one question was, for example, about the anxiety or like fears coming up sometimes, like this emotional thing, and then you said it can also have a lot of like biological source. Because in general you think, what is going on with the mind, and that's like the first thought. But of course, when the body is distressed all the time, it can also be there.
Yeah, and it can also be like down to nutrients and down to like hormones, which then puts the mind out of balance. So you can like have lack of minerals, for example, and then the mind goes out of balance, or the body goes out of balance and then the mind interprets it, so the mind then projects it onto the world. So say if like the bladder, for example, there's something wrong with the bladder or the kidneys, and then there is overproduction of fear, and then the mind projects it out into the world and kind of winds itself up. So it then starts thinking about like, oh, this bad thing that could happen, and then the fear gets worse and gets more intense, and then it kind of like becomes like a chicken and egg. Like, does that their fear, then the mind, like going into the fear and going into stories, does it then exaggerate the disbalance in the kidneys? You know, like the more that you think about it, does it make your kidneys more stressed? And then the kidneys being stressed then make the mind more stressed. Like we never know where things start. So you can do things to an extent with the mind, like saying, you know, this isn't true, the story you're telling yourself. But I think it's also really important to look into the body to see if there's any disbalances there, because, you know, if your kidneys, or if there's a mineral out of balance and it's producing, or a hormone producing more fear, then there is something you can do to alleviate that. And you're not going to alleviate it more than likely through telling your mind that there is no fear. What you'll be able to do in the mind is stop your mind going out into all those tentacles of the fear. So stop it projecting onto the partner, or projecting onto work, or projecting onto lack of money, but there'll still be that discomfort that's arising in the body. So I think it's and I think well, I don't know what your healthcare situation is, but I've found that blood works in Germany are very good. So like they can be really detailed, and you can get really, I mean, you have to pay a bit, I think, but not that much.
Yeah, not that much. And I was planning that, but now it's another push to go for it, and to explore it, and to use it for your benefit. It's not like
and also making sure that you get a good doctor that reads it well as well. Like I do know one in northern Germany, but I know that you're more not in that area.
Central West,
Yeah, so if there's anybody that knows a good doctor for that, then they can maybe comment in the YouTube chat down below after the video. That would be good.
Oh yeah, that would be nice. Yeah, North Rhine-Westphalia near Cologne. If somebody has some inspiration for that, sounds it'd be nice. Yeah.
Because sometimes you get doctors that aren't very good at interpreting it. Like, they're great in other areas, but they just don't go into such great detail and not so refined at it.
Yeah, and it's sometimes difficult because you don't want to tell the doctor what to do, but on the other hand, you feel like you want to go into that topic. Without that. Criticizing or something.
Yeah, totally. And they might not have such a holistic perspective as well, which will make them interpret it differently. So there's different things.
Yeah, great. So now I'm motivated again.
Yeah, and you're in such a good country for it. Like, we don't get that service in England. You don't always notice the different services you get in different countries. You have
to travel around to get all the benefits. And it's really amazing to hear what you are also like planning and everything. So it's really nice. And for the first time today, I got my notification. I was for weeks. I don't know how, but finally it worked that I got the notification for your stream.
Oh yeah.
And it was like amazing, you know.
Oh,
like
nice.
those things where you think like it's never going to work.
Yeah, no, I sometimes have problems with YouTube notification. I don't always get it. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So,
but I'm feeling I might go back to just streaming every Sunday like I used to, because I actually quite like that. I find that I always go to do it Sunday. I'm so trained that it's like that's what I do on Sunday. So I feel like it's going to change back to the way it used to be. Because if you might notice, I do regularly do it on Sunday, and it's not actually because I feel like I should. It's actually because I just naturally feel like that's when to do it. Like today I can't because I've got one tomorrow. My mum was here last weekend, but
yeah. So yeah, funny. But that's the good thing to take that freedom and then to find out it was actually quite almost that way before you won't notice it, and it's already synchronized with you somehow.
Yeah.
Like, I had this church bell here sometimes, and in the beginning it was like this bell and strange, and now sometimes I know it's going to ring before you know, it's just synchronized somehow.
Yeah, it's like Khaleesi, as soon as she hears any movement of my jacket, she's at the front door. Yes.
Nice, very nice. Great.
Yeah, lovely to speak to you, and happy that your questions were answered.
Yeah, and do you know for next year is it book like sessions, or should I just check on the website, or is there any change about that?
For sessions, or for the retreat?
Yeah, like one of. No, like
one-on-one sessions though it's the same. Like what I do is I work with regular people, but the regular people never seem to quit. Not that I want them to or anything. But I'm doing a retreat in Germany next year. It's going to go up on the website soon. Do you know Bill, who was at the last retreat? It will be at his place.
Yeah, amazing, great.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, good.
Yeah, lovely to speak to you.
Yes. Take care.
Yeah,
and
speak soon.
Lots of love.
Yeah, lots of love.
Bye-bye.
Bye.